Just thinking. Checking. All right,
So
we should
my
be good.
pizza would be done by now.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and we're back with Painkiller Already.
Now we're live.
We're live. What's up?
I was wondering, like, wait a minute, there was no go.
Well, there used to be a countdown. Like, does that count my next income check? She's like, no, that's already covered. You're good. And I'm like, fuck yeah, $5,200 just appeared out of nowhere.
All right, we're live. So I think that just went out. But I couldn't have warned you any better. So okay, I need to check.
No.
Oh, for people, I don't even know if we're live. I need to double check.
Hopefully not.
I'm keeping.
Oh, it's good now. Yeah.
It's just
So
it's one of
literally,
those deals where
like 2 seconds after we started the show, my computer like blue screened and had to reboot and everything. That's what happened
It's
there.
racism.
Yes, it hates white people. That's that's the deal for sure.
My computer's black, so if it blue screens, I'm taking it right on out the backyard and shooting it like old Yeller.
I've got a white computer personally.
My computer's black. That's maybe
My
maybe
computer
it's got
my
issues
computer would
with
have
me.
to be racist.
Oh, so all right. First off, mic check, stuff like that. Does everybody sound good?
Sybilis.
You sound good here. I don't know how you sound in the stream.
Yeah, gosh. Yeah, there are certain things that we can only like check after we go live, but mostly people are saying that it sounds good.
Let's make sure I'm using the right microphone. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I should sound good. Oh, the settings are like I want them to be. All right. Hey, shall we start off with Lefty Drama?
Yes.
Here we go.
Here we go. All right,
Oh,
Lefty.
you puppy.
Do you want to begin? Do you want me to begin? You want me to like lay down a background?
I mean, you can begin, lay it down as you saw it, and then I can respond and fill in where and if you have questions.
All right, I will do my best.
Okay.
You can tell me where I get wrong. In the beginning, I Fly Illini was a small YouTube channel, and he would make videos that had tips and things like that. He would put them on Reddit. They were similar. There's a couple guys who specialize in tip videos. Raw Instinct was one. Drifter was one. T-Mart was one. I Fly Illini was one. I don't know why I mentioned Drifter. Nothing to do with this, but this channel's similar. Anyway, I Fly felt as if Raw Instinct copied a video or two of his. And when he called him out on that, he said that in exchange for Wings, you're being really noisy. You got to stop. In exchange for the stealing, the plagiarism there, that I hope I'm recording. Hold on.
Let me fill a couple loopholes in here.
Yeah. Oh.
iFly originally had no problem with Raw Instinct copying T. Martin as long as he got his by leaving a like rating on his videos. But when Raw Instinct failed to come up with the goods, so to say, he actually made a video bashing Raw Instinct, which was pretty much the downfall of his channel to this point that we speak. We don't know if it actually killed his channel off because he has yet to make another comeback video.
So anyway, yeah. iFly felt like he copied a video or two from him, and he put up a video where he detailed like, this video or two was copied from mine. But then here's the T-Mart evidence, and the T-Mart evidence was super compelling, right? Like every time T-Mart put up a video, Raw Instinct would have put up a video that copied it, right? It would copy the tags, it would copy the title, it would copy the subject matter. He pretty much impersonated T-Mart. He had thumbnails that he would create that looked just like T-Mart thumbnails. And why did he do that? Well, because by copying the titles and copying the tags and copying everything, he tried to be a related video. And you might watch a T-Mart video, enjoy it, and then try to, in the related videos, be like, here's another one. And then before you know it, you popped over and you've watched his too. What he basically did was he made a business model out of stealing Trevor's long tail. Like that was what Raw Instinct did on his channel. And
he was trying to do what the Reply Girls used to be able to do, but he didn't even give us any of those vapid looks or exposed breasts that we're used to. I want more cleavage and more retarded looking women if I'm going to be duped into watching a video. I'm sorry.
Here's how the long tail works, right? Most of these videos when they come out, they if this were the views by day, videos get most of their views in the first day or two. These are COD videos, and then it kind of goes like this. And this might be let's see if I can do this. This might be like day 2, but then there's all this period over here in which the video, your entire library continues to collect views. What Raw Instinct would do is he would try to steal this section from Tmart. That was his business model. By copying the video, by being the related one instead of his, by copying the tags, by copying the thumbnail and trying to impersonate him, he would try to steal the long tail from Tmart. And it worked. Eventually, he got called out by iFly. And the guy was like, look, he copied my idea, and he copied Tmart's idea after idea after idea, and his thumbnail and his titles and etc. And he never gave me a like. He was supposed to promote me to buy my silence. That was the original deal. And when he didn't promote him to buy his silence, he went public with it. I can see why Raw Instinct probably didn't want to promote him because, as a subscriber, they're often like, dude, you should promote people all the time. It's fantastic. But when you're Raw Instinct, they were like direct competitors. They made the exact same kind of videos about the exact same game, about the same topics in many cases. Like it would be just like Coke saying, hey, you should try Pepsi. You might like it. It's really cool. So that was the first half of the thing. And now if you fast forward a couple months, Lefty put up a video, and he's like, look, a lot of this behavior that iFly had a problem with, begging for likes, asking a big commentator to like your video in an effort to promote it, is now the sort of thing that iFly absolutely detests. And he has this evidence, it's his Skype status update and things like that. And Lefty pretty much put iFly on blast for being this sort of guy that he didn't like a couple months ago. How did I do?
I would say that's fair. I think it was centered more on just the blatant disregard for not being the thing that you brought down in terms of talking to iFly, that you brought down to make yourself who you are, which is fine. I mean, as you said, all the evidence you listed and iFly listed against Raw Instinct was valid, but I think that iFly for whatever reason, whether he didn't realize or he just whether he didn't realize he was doing it or it just kind of happened, he became that. Or at least I made a point in the video where I said, if Raw Instinct is X, iFly is some significant fraction of X. He's not, I don't know.
He's not directly Raw Instinct.
He just went algebraic on his ass.
Exactly.
But you're saying he's kind of like a 2/3 Raw Instinct.
Right. And not that he was even copying or anything like that, but it's just when you are that guy, when you cut your teeth in this business, how iFly did, you can't do anything like that and still be like, oh, look at me, and I'm the moral crusader. And I hate the sanctimonious tone of that whole video and just the way he kind of talks and his military superiority complex. I just hate that kind of stuff. And so one thing I wanted to make sure never did not do in the video was to tell people to hate him and how he's a bad guy or anything like that. And to go unsubscribe or anything like that.
Wait,
but
that kind of seemed inferred. Like to me, the inference was kind of plain. I felt like I was in on the joke when you did that. You're like, hey, I'm not telling you to dislike him, as there's like text on the screen saying things.
That was not the point of that. I understand exactly what you're saying, but that was to just point out how really just sanctimonious he is. And saying in that video saying, oh, it's this big thing with the community and we gotta save the community and he's cheating you, the viewers. It's like, no, you're just mad because he's taking money out of your pocket, or maybe he's taking some money out of T. Martin's pocket. Don't try to make this about the community or the viewers. No, that's stupid. That would be like me calling out iFly for his hypocrisy and saying it's good for the community to see his hypocrisy. So no, I just wanted to point out his hypocrisy because it's there. There's not some grandiose point to it, just pointing it out. So I understand what you mean by what that segment, but no, that was just to point out the superiority complex and just the the fallacies of trying to appeal to the emotion of the viewers in the community is just it didn't make sense in terms of the video, and I think it was just just kind of contrived. It felt really contrived when I watched that.
All right, now Kyle and I talked about this beforehand. We definitely don't want to spend more than like 30 minutes on this topic. We'll just hit it and move. But you know what I see coming? Someday someone's gonna fuss at you. Like that is the thing. When you do what iFly did, which is to be like, I am the saint of the community. I am the person who is the new morality police. Then inevitably someone's going to be like, I don't think you've given out the likes that you asked for when you were small. Heck, I stepped in my own hot water, or I don't know. I'll go with stepped in hot water. I think I mixed my metaphors. But I was like, I don't really like trolling because, oftentimes the people on the other end, come off like victims. And then they attacked me really for two things. One, remember the guy that trolled our Road to Black Ops 2 and I tweeted out his phone number? Like as a defense, look, you can't mess with us. They felt like that was a disproportional response, like, hey, you made him change his number. To me, it's like, dude, so I'm internet famous. I've changed my number like 3 times. Like, I'm like, is this really a big deal? But to other people, they're like, you ruined his entire personal life. I'm like, oh gosh, who knew? And then the other, like, there was like a Home Depot zombies prank call that I did. People were all upset about that. Like, really? I thought that was fun for everybody. But if you're gonna say like, hey, these online bullies are not cool, then all of a sudden you'll be put on blast for saying, hey, wait a minute, here's something that I perceive could be twisted into an online bully situation. You will someday be put under the microscope and they will see if they can find anything that you've done that you didn't like in your last video.
And that's fine. I mean, if it keeps me honest, okay, as long as it's not completely irrational. Because I would say that my arguments, I guess, quote, against iFly were at least somewhat based in logic. But if it's, oh gosh, I don't know, some guy totally misconstrued the point of the iFly video that I made and said, oh, you say it's bad for iFly to ask for likes, but the first line of your description is please leave a rating. And it's like, well, whoa. No. You didn't. That's not getting me. You can't just make up something I said or completely misconstrue something I say and say, "Oh, see, now I got you." So at least, if somebody's to keep me honest, at least try to be reasonable about it.
I think anytime you try to be a good guy, someone's gonna play the "I got you" police. Like that's the natural comeback. And then if one subscriber sees it, then it's going to be top-rated comment. Everyone else is going to leave the same comment. There will be a herd following that same line of thinking. Have you had much backlash from the video yet?
Some of iFly's guys, yeah. I mean but the thing is that I haven't really had any direct contradiction of the points that I raised. I've had people create straw men and just completely misconstrue the points of the video and then respond to that as though, oh, see your video total crap now. But it's like, well, that's not what I said, and that's not the point of the video. So, I mean, people have tried, but I haven't, as of yet, I haven't seen any.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Sure.
Something I did stupid today. Do not make another video rebutting the people who came up with straw men and stupid arguments.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. You will not win anybody over. You will not. They will never say, you know what? You're right. I changed my mind. No, you're cool. You're cool. That's not what's gonna happen.
That just hardens their position.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna write that one down somewhere.
Yeah. Just move on. Next topic. Talk about boobs or something. You'll be fine.
Yep. Titties. Next video on Lefty. Titties.
Subscribe for boobs. So Wings, what do you think about this whole thing? Weigh in for us.
What do I think about the iFly situation? Well, it's just a classical situation of the person becoming the person that you don't want to be. That's what it is. He basically hated on Raw Instinct, not because he was stealing from T-Mart. He just used that as a vicious weapon to dethrone Raw Instinct from where he wanted to be at. So as soon as he took, the reins and actually started controlling the ship, he ended up becoming the same person that he didn't like and they struck the previous person down because of.
So it's just like Star Wars.
Kind of, yeah.
Thank you, Wings, for clearing all this up for me because I was confused before that.
Here's something that I've seen, like, there's a lot of people who have this notion that there's this big groundswell of support for Raw Instinct. Like, oh, look, Raw Instinct was okay all along. He was never really the bad guy. No, he was definitely the bad guy. He was a T-Mart impersonator. His entire business model was based on stealing T-Mart's long tail, tricking people into clicking his videos that really wanted T-Mart videos. The thumbnails were copied, the titles were copied, the tags were copied, like the whole thing. His entire channel was a T-Mart thievery. It's not that everyone is saying, oh, Raw Instinct is cool right now. It's that everyone is looking at the moral crusader and holding him to an extra high standard. This is iFly I'm talking about. And saying, you know what? I haven't seen your likes go out. I haven't seen you promote small channels. I haven't seen you do all this stuff. And, iFly's in it for the money, right? That's the deal. And I don't say that because I made it up or I assumed it or whatever. I say it because he says it, right? iFly comes straight out there. Why'd you start a YouTube channel? I did it as a profit center. That's why iFly makes videos. It's posted, it's written, there's no way to misinterpret it. So it makes sense that iFly wouldn't be promoting little guys, giving them likes or etc. Leaving
Let's go ahead and say this: doing it for the money is not a defrauding characteristic anyway.
Yes.
That's just a motive.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I should call that out, right? Now I think everybody has some kind of profit motive in there, right? Even the guys that start off just loving it or whatever, once they get paid a little bit, they're like, it'd be nice to get paid even more and even more.
I think everybody in this call started doing this before money was actually introduced to the YouTube game, and it got to be like, oh, we can get paid for doing this as well?
Yeah, I know I did. I mean, I mentioned 1,000 times why I started my channel. It was because I really liked the YouTube commentators out there, and I thought that if I joined the scene, that maybe I'd be able to play with them sometimes. Like, that was the entire, foundation of my channel when I started. So, but yeah, that's why you don't promote small channels, because you're sharing your most active subscribers. The ones that are thirsting for more comment, or for more content, they're the ones that go sub more channels, and then all of a sudden, you share them. So that is why iFly's not promoting little channels, giving them likes. That's why iFly wanted likes from Raw Instinct. He was buying his silence, and when he didn't buy it, he got burnt.
And can I say this on this behalf? It's not like nobody realized what Raw Instinct was doing. iFly was just the first person to say it.
Yes. Oh, for sure. I would talk to Trevor about it a lot, and the general idea was, well, look, let's take me. My channel, I'll call it, had like 750,000 subs. If I shine a spotlight on Raw Instinct and say, look at this guy. He makes tip videos, and his tip videos are just like T-Mart's. He'd just be rolling in the money, like, oh my gosh, Woody told everyone about my tip video. Yeah. Now there are some commentators who are like, Woody's gamertag, T-Mart, and other people who make quick tips ruin this game because they teach people which guns are good and which lines of sights are strong and how to use kill streaks, or whatever the tip video is. Mm-hmm. People are saying I ruined sharpshooter because now good players are in there ranking up and stuff like that. And I think to myself, keep talking, keep telling it. Oh, please, is your experience on Call of Duty rougher now because I'm making the population a better player because I'm coaching? Tell them all about me. Please do. Right. So that is what I didn't want to do for Raw Instinct. It wasn't that I was afraid. It wasn't that I didn't know. It was that I didn't want to promote him.
I'll also like to say that some people just can't do videos. Like, if I was to do that iFly video that he got so popular off of, I would be a hater.
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
too.
I think he really enveloped himself in the whole, I'm just a small guy,
I mean, some people just don't have like, for example, I can do a video where I bash women, but somebody like Woody couldn't.
No, which is crazy.
I think it's for the best if none of us make those types of videos.
Yeah, I understand that, but see, I can get away with it more than Woody can because you have a set perspective on what your channel is and what people see when they go to your channel.
Like now.
I'll tell you what.
People are sensitive.
If you can actually pull off making a video about bashing women and call it women bashing.
Come on, I sang a Pimp Daddy Welfare song on PKA and people requested all the damn time.
Wow.
I think Winston seriously considered this.
I give up.
I think.
Well, you remember the Pimp Daddy Welfare song, don't you, Kyle?
No.
I want to hear it.
All women are hoes. All women are tricks. All women are good for is sucking our dicks. All women can cook. All women can clean. But you know women ain't shit, if you know what I mean. All women are stupid. All women are dumb. And all they're good for is making me come. If I was a woman, I'd kill myself. So suck my dick, and here's to your health.
No, no,
No, I did not co-sign on that song. No.
Disavow all knowledge of your actions.
Yeah, I can just see it now. Like, dude, that Wings' song was ridiculous. Unsub Woody. Like, here it comes. It's gonna roll in. I did not co-sign on that. I didn't even know.
No.
Did you sing that on PKA before?
I have never heard that.
I've never heard that.
That's a Pimp Daddy Welfare song.
I don't know what that means. I've
never heard that.
Wings?
What is the synopsis? What are the people saying in the chat?
I don't care. I don't want to know.
Wings, best song, great song, Unsub Woody. There you go. That was awesome. That's the general best song. Oh my God, LOL, stuff like that.
Now, see, if Woody would have done that, Woody would have been.
Oh my gosh! Everyone would be making videos about me. They'd be taking my voice. They'd be putting it in their own thing. They'd be blasting me. They'd see it as a profit center.
Holy crap! Wings was right then.
Your Wings was right.
Oh my Lord! Right. That's an epiphany.
Oh, damn it! But Woody, one thing just before if we move on from this, I know you guys didn't want to spend much time on it, but one thing I wanted to make painfully clear in that video, and I may have spent a little bit too much time on it, was that I'm not at all hating on the types of content that was in question here. Not
that was
all.
Clear to me.
Let me ask you this question, Lefty, before this goes around. Do you have any affiliation with iFly now? Do you have any hatred toward him or anything like this?
No.
Boom, right there you go. Sometimes you do videos just to do videos. You don't have to hate a person or have any kind of resentment towards them.
I never did. I mean, some of the things I did, or some of the things I found. I'm a weird guy.
You didn't come off like a big fan of iFly in your video. Well,
I would say though that it's hard to kind of say that and also come off as like neutral or but I find some of the stuff, like I mentioned it earlier, the military superiority complex because I'm in the military, blah 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 blah, blah or I'm just a small guy, I'm the moral crusader, I'm doing it right, the ethics policing stuff. I find that offensive. Not because iFly is an offensive person, but just the idea behind it is
I think you're brave for saying it. Like I almost Kyle, stop me.
I'll take it. I can't stand when I get called a civilian.
So look, I respect the danger that they can go through. I respect, the disciplined lifestyle that many of them have. I don't automatically grant hero status to everyone that's ever been in the military. There are heroes in the military. There are people who have done amazingly brave things.
And there's also people that man radios and never see combat.
Yeah, or if shucks, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this. But there are military jobs that never provided the opportunity to be a hero, and if that's the case, then. Like, if you're an accountant in the military, then you're an accountant in the military. It's not that much different than being a civilian accountant. You're
or
a regular
there's a mechanic
person.
job. You can be a mechanic and work on trucks the entire time you're in the military.
In the U.S., right? So I'm not saying that these are lesser people, but they didn't have the same opportunities to prove their heroics. And I don't know. There's certain lines of work, like firefighter comes to mind, where they automatically walk into the environment being like, oh, did you know that I'm a hero? Because I've got a lot of hero-like qualities. I'm a hero for a living, and it's just like, yeah, settle down.
I'm a 2-day on, 3-day off hero.
So here we are bashing the world's.
We're not bashing. We're just giving an opinion. Bashing would be just belittling it.
I think I just think it's unfair to. Absolutely, just because somebody is something, whether they be in the military, a firefighter, police officer, teacher, whatever, I think it's unfair to blindly just apply some elevated kind of status to them without substantiating that.
I think a teacher should be held in higher regard than somebody that was in the military.
but there are bad teachers.
I know they're bad teachers, but they're also teachers that have to deal with bad students day in and day out, and they haven't shot their brains out.
I would put them in the same category as the military people, right? You know, some of them are outstanding, and some of them are probably not.
And some of them are just regular guys going to do their thing. And, you know, and so I just think it's unfair. Not that nobody in the military or no teachers or no firefighters can be great people or can be regarded as above and beyond the average human whatever, but I think it's unfair to just for the sake of having the moniker ascribing that kind of superiority to something or somebody. I just think it's a little bit unfair.
Yeah, I think I'm really impressed by guys who are heroes and who are humble. Like that to me is a really outstanding thing. It's also okay to not be a hero and be humble, but to not be a hero and not be humble, which is I think maybe the situation here. Dude, chill. You know?
You're not Dick Marchenko. You're not Dick Marchenko, buddy.
All right. Hey, new topic. I wanted to do this before it got too late into the show. So I have a Scuff controller to give away. Did you guys happen to catch my preview, announcement video by chance?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Today I did not, sorry.
All right. You know what? Because I'm sure there's people on the stream who didn't see it anyway. They just want the opportunity to say it. Here's the deal. The guy who won, I gave away an Xbox and a PS3 controller. The guy got the Xbox controller. He's all clear. He's getting it.
Money whore.
Wings being wings, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, thanks, Wings. So, but the PS3 controller guy, I was like, hey, man, give me your address. I'll ship this thing out to you. And he's like, no, my father says you're a fraud and that you're going to steal from me. And I'm like,
how are you going to steal from him?
Right. You know, so he's like, will you ship it to my dad's address? And I'm like, yeah, sure. No problem. I'll ship it to your father's work address, this is. And I was like, that's not a problem. And his dad goes, oh, he wants your address? Probably a pedophile. So the winner of this controller is just flat out he's like, look, I can't give it to somebody else.
He obviously lives in the Bible Belt.
No, he actually lives in the UK. And, yeah. So, maybe I'll get lucky in the winter.
Why don't you get this guy's phone number? That would be the best guest ever for the podcast.
Yeah, his dad.
Call his dad. Yeah.
So I flat out can't give the PS3 controller to this guy. I've been going back and forth with him for 3 or 4 days now. You're like, hey, what can I do? I can talk to your dad. I was willing to do that. But he just said, no, it's not going to be me. His father said he might buy one because he really wants one. So he might be getting one for Christmas or something. But that means I've got a controller to give away. So actually, let me show you. I'll be right back. I got a stash of stuff. Hold on.
Well, while he's doing this, I want to pimp my own shit. I had a contest I came out with this last week, and nobody did it. Nobody. So I'm going to throw another challenge out here. Community challenge. I got a 1,600-point Microsoft card for the first person that could show me a new video with a 10-kill streak with a riot shield, bashing only.
Bashing only, riot shield.
Bashing only.
All right, I'm back. Are you guys ready? So this is the stuff you get in my personal order of craptastic to awesome. Oh, hold on. So, with most craptastic, Scuff keychain. I know.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are excited. I have no doubt.
Can we enter this, by the way? Because I want that.
I haven't decided how to win.
I only want the keychain. The other things are of no interest.
Why don't you jump on my bandwagon, Woody?
Oh.
I just threw the community challenge out there. The first person that gets me a video with 10 shield bashes in a row with a riot shield will win my Microsoft card and your controller.
No, get the hell out of here. So, next up, Gamer Grip. This is for sweaty palms, but I don't have much use for it because I don't get sweaty when I play video games. But apparently you rub this on your palms and it
You don't get sweaty when you peel oranges? I do.
Nope. Next up, glasses. These are high contrast whatever, and you look at the screen, supposedly players pop against the background. And then, according to me...
Woody giving away shit he's never used.
I've used the gutter equivalent of it. But this thing here, this is the PS3 version of the Scuff controller.
I got half a Milky Way bar back here somewhere.
Here it is. So this is the stealth PS3 controller. You can see all the buttons are blacked out and everything. You like it? Well, thanks. What's cool about it, mostly, there's
Contest over. I won.
There is a special coating on this to make it tougher, and then there are these button clicky things on the back that let you knife and jump without taking your thumbs off the thumbsticks. That's like the big
I
deal.
have a bag of chips to clicker, so you can put it away like this.
That's a crappy giveaway right there.
It's like Blake sure did the best give.
It keeps your potato chips from getting stale. All right. So now I need to give this thing away, and I haven't decided how yet. So I thought you guys on the phone.
I got it. We'll do it right now tonight.
Yes.
The
That
first
much is
the first person that can come up with a legitimate PKA rap by the end of the show.
No. What are these?
Okay, there's a challenge with that one. Like,
You're like a fairy tale challenge or something.
dude, we would be listening to 1,000 PKA raps to figure out which one is the best. That's not a good
Okay.
So we'll go live
finest
again.
idea, not my finest idea.
Going live.
All right.
Live.
I think we're live. I don't even know. My computer it blue screened again. I think I have a bad RAM in it, and I ordered new RAM, and I think it arrived in the mail today, but it's not installed yet. And I'm not even 100% sure that we're live, so I'm like
RAM talk.
I'm
RAM talk.
RAM talk, baby.
Oh yeah, he's blowing the ram horn
What
like
kind
a
of
Jewish
clocking?
girl.
What kind of voltage you got on your RAM, Woody?
I don't recall actually.
I don't know either.
Someone's saying the stream is down. And I have to sit through a 30-second ad to figure out the stream's up.
I did.
But
that block. No, the stream's up. I see live.
okay, good. So we're live right now. I apologize. My computer blue screened twice in this podcast, and that's not normal, but I'm working on it. I've spent money to try and solve it, but we'll see if it works. We were trying to figure out a way to give away the controller, right? We might just look at the comments and pick a comment that really appeals to us. We might call someone. Like I had this idea that we could call people. They tell us a story, like no longer than 2 or 3 minutes, and if the story's right, then they win. Just an idea. I don't know.
I like the
Okay.
comment.
You like the comment one? You don't like the story idea?
I
I
like the
just don't
comment.
want to listen to people.
Well, that too.
Yeah, I see. I thought about that too, right? Because oftentimes when we just call random people in the stream, their stories are like mega super bad. But I thought with an incentive on the line, they might plan it out and we could like gong show them almost. Like, nope, you're out of here. There's no controller for you.
As long as I can hold the gong.
There's one in the there's like a
I've
Google
got
effect.
it. Oh, I've got it.
Oh,
Can I hear the gong?
oh man.
All right. That's what we're doing. It's been decided. So,
What we're saying? Like, who can hold our interest for 1 minute on a phone call?
Yes,
Knock it
I
down
like
now.
this. I love it. Let's go.
all right. So I know it's dangerous, but here's what I'm asking you to do in the stream. I want you to put your phone number and this is critical, sell me on why I should call you, right? Like here's a guy, I see he just put his phone number in there.
Remember, there is a possible pedophile on this.
I see a guy put his phone number in there, but I'm not going to call it because all it is a phone number, right? Like you need to be like, dude, I have a crazy panda fetish, and let me tell you about it, or whatever. Tell us why we should call you. Why you will make.
Do
the
you
show
have a
awesome.
growth on your penis? We want to know.
This is a time where being a stand-up comic would really pay off.
Yes, exactly. If you have a story to tell, if you have something cool.
You'll be fucked up if Ron White called.
Who's Ron White?
He's a comedian.
All right,
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's not going to call.
I got a guy. All right, so to the stream. We're going to go black for a second here. You'll still be able to hear my audio, but in an effort to protect his phone number, I'm just going to turn off the video portion of the screen.
There is a risk that your phone number will be seen by whoever's watching.
No,
You do not hold that regardless.
There isn't really a risk, but that's why we're going black right now.
We failed a couple times.
Shit happens when you party naked.
Damn straight.
Everybody needs their cursor over the gong, by the way.
Okay.
And who's running the timer?
I will
right.
get the timer right now.
So I'm waiting for him to pick up here.
Stopwatch.com, bitch.
Oh, yeah. I should get the stopwatch on the screen.
Hello?
Hey, how are you? Did you put your phone number in Painkiller Already?
I sure did.
Did the cops come to your house because you talked trash on Xbox Live?
Something kind of like that. It's very, that's how I thought upon it, but it actually, it's like, it factored into the story like that. So, basically what happened was,
Wait.
me and
Before
my
you
friend,
begin- Give me just a second here.
alright.
I'm going to tell you when to start, and we're going to look at the timer.
I'm roboting out.
Oh, no. I think it's just you, though, right?
Yeah.
All right. You got 5 seconds, and you're going to begin. Ready,
All right.
set, go.
All right, so me and my friend, his parents were going away, and him and his brother were there, so he asked me to come over for the weekend. And then, so basically, we were on his Xbox, and his fucking gamer tag is his home address. So this was like a week before Modern Warfare 3 came out, so we were playing Modern Warfare 3 Infected, and I forgot to leave out that our other friend asked if he could come, and which we declined. And so he came anyways, and then we told him to fuck off, and then so we were talking shit on set.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to really do the Reader's Digest version when you tell a story.
It fell flat in the middle. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah,
it started out so poignantly, and then it just went to crazy town.
Why am I roboting so badly and like not dropping?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's mostly because like all that like background information, like it plays a factor in the story later on. So that's why
We're looking for small stories, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So that was a good effort. He had a strong start. And is it 60 seconds? Is that what we're going to go with?
60 seconds. They got to entertain us for 60 seconds. And a story may not be the best one because stories require background. You need to start singing or I don't know, start banging your girlfriend or something. We need to be entertained.
Tell us a joke.
Tell us a joke. That would be excellent. Or a series of jokes. If somebody does stand-up comedy and holds it for a minute and makes me laugh at least once, that's a winner.
All right.
How about an anecdote? No punchline, just a really cute story.
One-liners, whatever.
This guy had a job as a male stripper. Is he worth a call?
How many of what do you think the percentage of the male strippers that are homosexuals is? Because I've talked to girls who go to these places before, and they're like, don't ever feel like threatened because all those guys are gay.
All right. This guy's got defending a Colombian village from man-eating horses. I'm not buying it.
Hey, is there any way to stop this robot shit?
No, you might be getting DDoSed.
Like, why would somebody do this? Come on.
Yeah, leave him alone. We're trying to put a show on. Mm-hmm. This guy shot a bottle racket out of his friend's butthole.
Who hasn't?
Okay. Oh, wait. This guy can rap really well. And this is why he listed this as one of his credentials, and he's black.
I like it.
I like him too, right? Like he's likable to me. All right. So I'm gonna black out the screen for a moment here, and then we'll call him.
A self-described black rapper coming soon.
Okay. He can rap really well, and he's black.
Get the timer ready?
I do. You should be able to see it on the stream if you...
Self-described black rapper.
All right. Are you there? Did I just hear the hang-up
Hello?
sound? Oh, hey, how are you? Hello?
No, I'm good, yo.
All right. Can I get like a...
Hello? Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Oh, he can't hear me. Can other people?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So you can hear me?
No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I'm not making out if this word is can
I
or
can hear
can't.
you, yeah.
All right, so it's a positive.
He's listening to the stream. That's what he's doing. Turn down the stream.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope that the goddamn timer is not running for this.
No. We haven't started it yet.
So you can hear me?
I can hear you. You sound really good. Apparently, I'm hard for you to hear.
No. All right, so should I start?
I will tell you when. Ready? I'll give you a little countdown.
Nah, I can hear you well.
But really, are you listening to me on the stream or on the phone?
He's listening to the stream.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just on the phone.
This is crazy. Okay. So in 5 seconds, we're going to ask you to start. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
All right. What should I do? Should I kick some dope shit till you get lost in the flow, till you I'm trying to be the king of the underground, no tunnel vision, so a nigga stay focused. I do my thing. Most you niggas just out of place like broken limbs. In my heart, I'm content to win. I stay on top of my paper like a pen. I see hate in these niggas' eyes. No sins, but I ain't gonna let it stop me from getting in. And if it don't fit, I'm breaking down your gate. Fuck the throne, I want the whole estate. I'm gonna get it. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. This ain't no debate. Got to be. It's like I'm fulfilling my prophecy, slicker than oil, with my monopoly taking over all. And those who ain't tough, be prepared to fall. Knock it down walls. So for now,
from
sleep to your cinder blocks.
I'm sorry. I don't even know who.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. Thank you for playing.
Thank you. Promising skill set.
Yeah, I actually thought he was really good.
You just couldn't not listen to the stream on his PC or whatever.
Yeah.
That's clearly what was going on.
It was funny. He's like, no, I'm listening to you straight up. I'm like, are you listening to me on the stream or on the phone?
On the phone.
The phone.
Just like, wait a minute, you're lying. It's very obvious
about that. Why lie? Like, no.
I don't know, but he was so clearly listening to the stream. He had like a 5-6 second delay.
Okay. You have 3 choices here. This guy has jokes. This guy was shot twice in the leg. And
I'm
this
still
guy,
getting lost. Fuck.
And this guy has a story of why he has a rash on his nuts.
I'd like to hear the jokes.
Yeah,
over the
I'm gonna vote
STD
jokes,
and the other one.
And the gunshot wounds.
Get those STDs treated, my friend.
And wrap it up next time.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So we are going to call the joke guy. The stream is going to go black for a second, and we will keep going. Oh, you should be able to hear me even though the stream is black. Like, it's not down. I'm actually talking to the stream.
Are these
I'm not-
jokes?
I might as well get off. I mean, like, I can barely hear you guys.
Okay.
Don't give up
What?
yet.
That sucks.
Yeah.
If they're going to DOS me, just finish DOSing me. Don't keep me on to the point where I can't understand people.
You sound
The
great to
ultimate
us.
torture.
Oh,
Hey, how are you?
hey, how's it going?
Did you put your phone number in the Painkiller Already chat?
I sure did.
All right. You have jokes?
I got some jokes.
All right. Well, you got to go 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Sure, I guess.
All right. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, why did the skeleton not go to dance? Because he had nobody to go with. Ooh, that was fucking hilarious. Alright. Hey, it was just cool to talk to you guys, y'all. Long time saying
Let's
that.
go.
No doubt.
That was good. No,
I really liked him, actually. I didn't love his jokes, but I like the guy behind the jokes seemed like he was pretty cool.
that guy, he was like, okay, yeah, that was
Hey, I think this would be a good one to add. Like if they start doing a bad job.
Is there a gun cocking noise? Because that would be
It's
great.
a TikTok, I
No.
think.
Oh yeah, that's like a stopwatch.
Oh. Well, I don't know. This guy was caught finishing by an insanely hot girl.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah, something like that. This guy has a Craigslist pedo rape story. Is that it? Is that the column sign, Kyle?
Is he the rapist or the rapee?
It's not clear.
Let's check it out.
All right. We're going to call him. Screen goes black.
Let's get closer for further investigation.
First things first. Are you the raper or the rapee?
It should be ringing soon.
Hey, what's going on, Woody?
Hey, how are you? Wow, you've got good audio.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm using Skype and a studio mic and everything. I got you set up. We're not gonna have audio issues.
My man is in it to win it. Are you guys getting a positive vibe off this?
I'm liking it.
All right.
I'm a little afraid.
You're a little... I don't know.
Don't be afraid, Kyle. This is gonna be good. I assure you.
All right. Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready when you are.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so I'm 17 now, and from when I was about 12 to 14, I did a lot of Craigslist deals. That's how I made my money before I was old enough to babysit. I'd go on Craigslist. I would search for like old video games and stuff because I'm a huge retro gamer and I know pretty much everything there is to know about old game prices. So I'd find the old grandma who's like, oh, I'm clearing out my son's, closet, and I found this old Nintendo system, and I'll give it to you for $10. So I'd go buy that and sell it, 3 weeks later for, five times the price. That's how I made my money. One particular time, I found a guy selling a GameCube. I think it was for like $20 or something, and I was like, all right, I'm down. Hey, turn that sound off. Turn it off. Thank you. So I was leaving my house, and by the way, I live in New York City. I live in Lower Manhattan. So every time I'd leave to go on a Craigslist deal, my mom would always have this joke: "Hey, don't get raped." And I'd tell her, "All right, I got you. I won't get raped. I promise." And this one time, I go up to the Upper East Side of Manhattan, and I arrive at the address, and I call the dude on my cell phone. And about halfway down the block from where I am, he opens the door and he's waving to me with the phone in his hand, and he says, "Hey, I'm over here." So I go over to him, and the rule with Craigslist generally is, depending on how shady the place looks, you don't go inside, especially when you're 13-year-old me with long hair and a high voice. That's a no-go. So basically, this dude's, I'm standing about 15 feet away from this dude. He's got a box with a GameCube, a couple games in it, and he says, "Hey, come on, we'll come downstairs, we'll hook it up." This door, it's a big, cast iron door leading directly to a staircase into the basement of a building. So I'm not down. I'm not going in there. And he said, "Hey, come here. I'll show you that it works." And I go, "You know what? Fine. I got $20 right here. You're here. I'll give you the $20. You'll give me the box, and we're good." And he goes, No. Why don't you come over here? And he's doing like the Herbert from Family Guy style. Why don't you just reach over and grab him? And obviously not with the voice. And I'm like, "No, dude, absolutely not." So I start stepping away. I'm about 15, 20, 25 feet away from him. The dude slams the door. I never heard from him again. I go home, and my mom goes, "No GameCube?" Or, well, not GameCube. She says, "You didn't get it?" And I go, "I think that guy legitimately wanted to rape me." And she goes, "Oh, that's unfortunate." Because my mom's cool like that. She knows I can handle a situation, and she's down. So she said, "Is that a positive? Is that a confirm? Was that a minute?"
All right. There it is. Someone's clicking away. They've declared you the winner.
Awesome. Thank you, whoever that was in the call. By the way, guys, it's a freaking honor to be on the show. Thanks.
All right. Here's what I want you to do.
Sure.
Since you and I are the only... I need him to send me an email so that, I can have his real address and stuff.
Just text it to his phone number from... text it to him from Skype. You can do that.
Oh.
Works for me. Oh, by the way, Woody, can I tell you something?
I suppose.
Last week on the show, Wings put out a challenge, or you put out a challenge to Photoshop up whatever Wings was talking about in the beginning of the show, and you ended up showing my my Photoshopped image on the show. I just want to let you know that was me.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. So, I need to make a note of what your phone number is. Damn it. I don't know.
It's hard.
I don't know.
We have to share information with him right now without the rest of you people out there hearing it.
Yeah, like it.
You guys are trying to. I will do mean things to you. Not really. I don't have that kind of power. You guys have that power.
God damn it. So Okay, hold on. I'm gonna black out this.
Could you follow him on Twitter? Give out his Twitter and then just follow him, DM it.
Oh yeah, that could work. I'd have to shout myself out to give you guys my Twitter.
But wait, how would I know that it was him? How would I not make sure it's not a him impersonator?
Because he would tell you the name.
Yeah.
I'd tell you right now.
But everyone's listening.
I don't have a problem with everybody listening to that.
But everyone can't message you from his Twitter.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I see. Now it's all coming together. You will tell me your Twitter, and then of course you're the only guy that has access to it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. What is your Twitter account?
My Twitter is COD, like Call of Duty, and SKAR, COD Scar. It's the logo is a microphone with the red letters SCAR.
All right, I have just followed you. So you send me a DM with your address, and I send you a PS3 and Scuff bundle.
All right.
I was looking for some sort of confirmation.
I'm waiting for the confirmation email that Woody's Gamertag is following me on Twitter. So here, you know what? I don't have many followers. I'll check right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my followers just doubled. Never mind.
Well, I'm among your
So let's
followers.
just do-
So shoot, I'm Woody's Gamertag on Twitter, if you didn't know, and shoot me a
I'm
DM with
searching-
your mailing address, and then I'll get the package.
Oh
out.
God, so many freaking Twitter notifications. Thank you.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
No problem at all. See you guys later.
Bye. All right.
Could you hear his phone vibrating at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, were people calling him?
No, I think it was notifications.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Because I was like, Google shows the guy's phone number, but it removes like 7 of the 10 digits, so that's only of limited value.
Yeah. So it's only like one area code that's getting.
Right. And if you're calling like a Walmart, then they can maybe figure it out. But if you're calling like a human, you're not really giving away their phone number. All right. Well, I think that was pretty successful. I'm happy. I've given away the other Scuff controller. If you want to just buy one, coupon code Woody saves you 5% on a Scuff controller.
I was thinking about that earlier. That's something. It would be really funny if you were able to get the guy that wouldn't let his kid accept the giveaway controller to use your discount code when buying the controller.
He's supporting my pedophilia fund.
Yes.
All right, new topic. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
So I was thinking today, right, that this is kind of homo, so just roll with it for a bit, all right? I'm building here. When you're asleep, your mind alone can take you to climax, right? That's some powerful stuff. You're completely asleep, and then in your dreams, poof, all you have to do is like, I guess, think about the scenario, and boom, you've busted a nut. You with me so far? Why can't we harness this power while we're awake? And if we devoted enough time and thought to it, would we be able to? Why is it that you have to beat your junk like it misbehaves when during your sleep time you're just good to go?
I'm going to be honest, that has never happened to me.
Really?
It really hasn't.
And I wonder if you know. Like,
I think I would know.
Okay, Peter North.
I'm just saying, I think I would know.
Never in your entire life?
Never.
All right. So, of course it happens more frequently when you maybe haven't had a release in some other way. So I think from this we can confirm that Kyle either always has girlfriends or always takes care of it on his own.
Yeah, you can't let the pressure build up, man. You'll go crazy.
You need to release. Yeah. Okay. But to answer your question, Woody, I think it's possible to do.
You'd think it would be, right? I mean, if you can do it while you're sleeping, you should be able to harness this superpower while you're awake.
Mm-hmm.
This is starting to sound like the world's worst superhero. I'm come, man. Bow before my white cascades.
Do you think Wings is coming back?
Probably not.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Hold on.
I thought it was funnier if he just left the chair but let the chair stream.
The chair was streaming for a while. I'm gonna hit him up and ask him to come back. I want Wings. All right. So Black Ops 2. You guys want to talk about that at all? Sure. I have a Black Ops 2 topic to talk about. So here's the deal, and this is like a big deal to us COD commentators. Black Ops 2 has not broken sales records. As a matter of fact, Black Ops 2 is selling at not just a slower rate than Modern Warfare 3, but also slower than Black Ops 1. So to some extent, that is because it released later in the month. Like they're looking at November sales in this situation.
Okay.
And I guess it sells on the second Tuesday? And in this case, that was like the 11th or the 13th or something like that.
And last year it was the 9th or something, right?
Yeah. So, they had a few extra days to sell the game. But from what I'm reading, even like the sales per day of Black Ops 2 has reversed a bit. And there's always someone out there ready to hate on the game, right? The current COD is always the most hated COD, when I think we all agree that Modern Warfare 2 actually deserves that moniker, right? But
Best game ever.
best game ever. I had
even
10 NoobTube classes and I killed everybody. But anyway, it looks like Black Ops 2, like it's legit now. You can't really know. Like, let's wait till Christmas drops, and then we can see how much it sells the first year and compare those numbers. But I don't know. I just feel like, is COD wrapping up a little bit? You know, could it be?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many different ways to go with this. Like, does that mean that people are falling out of love with the product? Does that mean, and really the only answer, or you have to, it depends on the question. Are people falling out of love with the product, or is this the end of COD? When will the Call of Duty series cease to be made? And there are a bunch of different questions you can ask, and I guess a bunch of different answers. But
cease to be made, I think, is a long time off. COD's going to be profitable for ages. I've always maintained that if something's going to beat Call of Duty, it's going to happen on the next gen of consoles, right? That, like, I have this notion that, say when Modern Warfare, it's hard to say, Modern Warfare 4 drops, then, you know, there'll be a new console out at the same time, and it's going to run on an Xbox 360, I predict. And you're going to be running like a previous gen game. It's going to be a little slow. Something else is going to come that's been tailored for the next gen console since its inception. And it is going to look amazing, and it is going to play really well. And it's going to have, I don't know, something that the current shooter doesn't have. And people are going to be like, wow, COD just looks last gen. You know, this is the new one. It happened to Halo, right? I think that if the Xbox 360 never dropped, you know, Halo would have always ruled the Xbox. And it kind of got defeated by Call of Duty when the new console was introduced, because COD 2 came out and it was a cool thing. Maybe next year represents the end of the road.
But I mean, they're still making a lot of money. Right?
I'm not saying they're going to stop making it. I mean, it'll be really profitable. I mean, heck, it could be that 2 years from now, COD is as profitable as like Borderlands and Assassin's Creed. Clearly, games that are worth making, you know. And the sequel, I bet there'll be a Borderlands 3. I bet there'll be an Assassin's Creed 4. You know, these are not dying franchises, but they're not COD either. Mm-hmm. Maybe COD won't be COD.
I don't know. But there's still, what about player numbers? Because there's still a lot of people playing Black Ops 2, right? And
I actually don't know any stats on how many people are online. I wonder if the numbers are down from previous years. Do they seem to be? You know where there aren't any people? League play.
Really?
Oh, gosh. I've looked online, and I saw 250,000 people playing pub matches and 250 playing league play. Like 250 people. That's it. Before Black Ops 2 dropped, there was like kind of this big question mark over everyone's head. Is this the year of the pro, right? Is this the year when, you know, league play jumps into prominence, replaces pub matches? Is this the year that, like, you know, pros overtake traditional YouTubers on YouTube? You know, the codcasting thing is a really, you know, cool feature. And it's too early to tell because I don't know yet. I think league play hasn't like fully opened. This is like preseason. I'm not even sure what that means. And of course the real MLG season hasn't started yet. So those guys are going to have their prime sometime in the future. But if you look at the first month it's out, I guess you'd say, you know, like the competitive scene didn't really grow in leaps and bounds like they thought it might.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is it's a 3-person show.
I don't know either. No, I just think the Call of Duty is kind of a more casual game than that for most people, and they don't, they don't feel like going through all the hassle of doing the whole league thing. They just want to get on, play for 20 minutes, get off. That.
So league play is just as easy to play. I think, I honestly think, and I bet you're in the same mindset, Kyle, People want the worst opponents possible.
Yeah.
I mean, they want them to be human because they're not straight up playing bots mostly, but they want bad people who just got it. I mean, Christmas Noobs was like a celebration for experienced Call of Duty players, right? That everyone loves Christmas Noobs. Nobody hates on Christmas Noobs. They're glorious. Please, did you not even know that route yet? That's awesome. You know, did you not realize that was a high traffic area into this really protected line of sight? I love you for not knowing that. That's that's the Christmas Noob beauty, and it just looks like people, so far have a preference for finding the easiest opponents they can.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, I want them to be human because I want someone's feelings to be heard. That's important. But I don't want them to be any good really. It's okay it's okay if they care that they're getting beat. I like that. I like them to complain a lot. That's good too.
Death Chat is brilliant. Death Chat is
awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh, there is no more sincere compliment than when someone calls me a faggot because I just beat them in a gunfight. Like that guy, to his very core, was impressed with my play.
I wouldn't call it impressed.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what he's trying to.
Yeah, maybe I'm not wording it quite right, but okay, that guy from top to bottom all the way knows that he was just beat and he doesn't like it.
Okay.
They're usually yelling bullshit if I hear them.
I like FU. I like he doesn't like my gun selection. I like, I don't know, mostly FU. Mostly, if a guy's like fuck you, then I did something just right. That's when it worked out.
Do you hear a lot of, "Ooh, I just got killed by Woody"?
Oh, they call me out a lot. That happens a ton, and it's like Woody's by ADOM. It's like, are you calling out everyone or is that unique to me? Like, that's what I want to know. It is, when I play Call of Duty, I get recognized in almost every lobby, and everybody puts their try-hard pants on. Everybody wants to win. It feels like every game is competitive now, whereas that wasn't the case in previous CODs. Maybe it's the skill-based matchmaking. Even when I roll with a team, I feel like a lot of times the other team is just as good as my team. Have you guys found that too?
It's better players across the board. Yeah, even when you go in with a party, it's a little challenge sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we used to roll with parties and just know we couldn't lose, right? Just the odds of your team being better than my team are seriously low. Now that's not the case, right? Now, I'll grab good, solid players who are looking to win, and there'll be 6 of us, and you don't know if there's 6 of them, they could be your equal. Whereas that used to not happen.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I like it that much because I like to get on sometimes and just beat up bad people. I don't want to challenge every time I play.
Combat training, dude. Combat training.
I'm not playing. That's bullshit. Like I said, I want someone's feelings to be hurt. Though.
Hold on a minute, though. Hear me out. There is a hybrid combat training mode in Black Ops 2. So there'll be 6 people and 6 bots in the game. Each team gets 3 of each. And, so you're going to be killing real people in there. But I promise you, they're so bad. They're like, the people that are playing combat training are people who just completely cannot play multiplayer. Like,
you telling me there's a game mode like this? I didn't realize this was a thing.
It's true. I was getting Vitor warships quick enough that I couldn't call them in. Like, I'm earning 2 in a row. Like, with an FAL that didn't have select fire, right? Like that, I'm terrible with that gun. And like, I'm getting Vitor warships. That's like the chopper gunner from Modern Warfare 2. I'm getting those things, and I'm like not even bothering to call them in, and because the next one rolled in. It's crazy easy. I made a video about it, and I was talking about it, and I described the players in there as pants on head retarded, which is this. It's a term I heard from The Escapist, and it was funny. And there was this little doodle of a guy with pants on his head, like he didn't quite know how to wear them properly. And but apparently it's insensitive to call people pants on head retarded because it kept getting highest rated comment. But that is the sort you'll find in combat training hybrid.
Well, thanks for ruining that game mode now, too.
Yeah.
Because now everybody's going to go in there.
You guys are about to get fucked in the ass. Here it comes.
Right. You're going to roll into, like, the best bots ever. But, yeah, no, I played that, and and you can get XP. You can rank up. You actually rank up at half speed though. So I find
Yeah,
ranking
but
up.
you get better than double scores.
So in my experience, I'm doing a little bit better in pub matches in terms of like XP per minute than I am in combat training. So like even though I'm going like 49 and 3, 52 and 9, stuff like that all the time, I do a little better, when I do whatever, like 25 and 17 in a pub match in terms of XP.
I'm totally gonna play some of that later on tonight.
Yeah, you should check it out.
It's gonna be littered with kids just going nuts, just going try hard all the way.
Well, the bots can't be good, but dude, you jump in. It's a mosh pit, right? So you're gonna like just pop in there and play different game types: domination, capture the flag, etc. I don't know if the bots play the objective or not.
Pants on your head, retarded.
Pants on head, retarded. Yeah, it was The Escapist.
I'm not familiar.
It's a cartoon. I bet you have seen a video or two. It's like a yellow background. The guy has like an Australian accent, and he kind of hates every game. Is this ringing a bell?
Oh, you're talking about Yahtzee?
Yes.
Yahtzee
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
However you say it. Yeah, I know of him. Yeah.
Yeah, Yahtzee is the guy, and I'm pretty sure Escapist is the name of the show or the series or something like that. And he coined the term. Do you guys play hardcore? They're asking about that in the chat.
I've played a little bit of hardcore.
I feel like I always get punished when I play hardcore. Like, I either have to super camp, or I get killed. Like, you can't navigate the map at all. If you go from cover to cover in a way that works in core, in hardcore, nope. You can't run across, from a car to a bush. You'll get killed. Mm-hmm. You got to stay behind that bush nonstop and hope someone else does the running.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. It's a lot more realistic if you think about it, but it's
realism's not something I'm going for.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be playing Call of Duty if you wanted realism.
Yeah, I guess Arma 2 is the realistic one. So I want Wings. So Wings is not on Skype, and he's not on Google Hangouts. It appears that he has something wrong with his network connection. So a lot of people are asking for Wings to come back, and there's nothing we can do. He's been DDoSed. He may have to get it.
They may have taken him.
They may have in real life?
Yes.
Oh, you know what I haven't checked out? This is totally what I don't want to talk about, but the new Silverado came out. Have you guys looked at it at all?
I have not.
I have wanted the new Silverado since before it existed. I talked about it 2 years ago, and Wings was like, wait till 2013. That's when the new truck drops. I'm not getting it. I'll wait till Hope can drive, which is 2 years from now, but someday I'm going to have a badass Silverado, and it will be like a crowning moment. It will be like I've wanted this car for 5 years, and I finally made it mine.
If there was ever a topic for Wings.
Yes.
Yes. Where is Wings now? It's truck talk, Wings. It's truck talk.
Everybody tweet at Wings and let him know that he's missing truck talk.
Oh, man.
Truck guy. So what is is there... Because the thing that I hear a lot about people that are in trucks are the difference between Chevy and Ford. Ford. Is that really that big of a deal? Does Ford or Chevy make really that much better of a product in terms of what you're looking for in a truck?
I think they're pretty close, especially in the diesel trucks. I think there's a pretty significant difference. Traditionally Dodge had the greatest engine by far, but the rest of the truck kind of fell apart around it. The Chevy was probably the best overall, and the Ford had a terrible, terrible motor in the Power Stroke. This is post 7.3 for you truck people. But in the half-ton trucks, they're all comparable, right? Like mostly? Kyle?
Yes. Oh, that's what I was saying to begin with. They're all pretty much the same.
Yeah. As a general rule of thumb, maybe whoever updated most recently has the best one at the moment. And that's it.
Yeah, probably so. I just like the way Chevrolet looks better. It kind of comes down to the logo. I think if you put the Chevrolet logo on a Ford truck, I might prefer the Ford truck. I might prefer I just like the logo better.
Generally, you're talking about literally the badge? Or
I just don't like the blue oval.
You know, as lame as this sounds, the Chevy the Silverado taillights have always been head and shoulders above the Ford and anybody else.
Yeah, the only taillights that Ford ever made that were good were on those like step side beds, like in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I like those. Truck talk. So I was in Walmart a couple days ago, and this dude had a fucking 3-foot tall like parakeet on his shoulder. What's that about?
That's a parrot.
Yes, it is a parrot. If it were a parakeet, that would be horrifying. Excuse me. I don't know what my friend knew what it was. It's a cockatoo or some shit.
Right.
Anyway, It's an enormous white bird on this dude's shoulder. Yeah. And I didn't see it at first until I was like right up on top of him, and the thing like, wah! And I was like, holy shit!
That man was a pirate. That explains everything. Dude, I wonder if he gets girls with that. Like an attention grabber.
That's the thing, dude. That's what I was going to say. He had a crowd. He had like 5 people in front of him to look at the bird and talk about the bird.
Was he
awesome.
just like holding court, or was he shopping?
It looked like he was holding court, to be honest. I just kept moving. I didn't want to question the scenario. I didn't want to know what was up. I wanted out of there.
I'll tell you what, though. Birds are sons of bitches. Like, that's a thing. Like if you try, I bet he was telling everyone in his little court, don't pet the bird, it'll bite your finger. I bet he was telling everyone about the dangers of this cockatoo. And it just, you know what, I would eat the bird. That'd be an outstanding solution.
I thought about you one time. I was at this place, and they had this really big white bird, and this little kid wanted to pet it, and I said, don't do it, little man. Those things have evil inside them. And just walked away. And he looked at me like with a knowing look like, thank you, sir.
Dude,
just walked away.
According to the chat, X-Smash Heaven tells us that if a person has a parakeet, it means they're selling weed.
See, I would think that would be kind of counter to the idea of being an illicit substance salesman. You don't want things drawing attention to you, right?
So you go get your drugs from the Birdman. Interesting. I don't think any drug dealer would want a bird on his shoulder.
That seems like a terrible idea, right? Like if I was a drug dealer, I think I would want to not look like a drug dealer. You know, I would want to be kind of subtle. I'd want to blend in with the crowd.
The opposite seems to be true for pimps. Why is that? Why is it that if you're a pimp, you want that big, you want like a boa and a big feather hat and like a cane and like some
high-heeled shoes that are actually small aquariums?
Yeah, shit like that. Like, you know, somebody's always behind you waving a smoke grenade. Like, what's that about? Why does that guy want to be so flat out obvious that he is committing a crime when everyone else is the exact opposite? They're trying to blend in. They're wearing masks to try to hide who they are.
Could it be that pimps are not doing anything illegal at the moment? Like maybe it's hard to prove you're a pimp.
I think that's true. If you're just walking down the street looking fly, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Thank God, right? If there was, I'd be locked up right now.
Exactly. Woody would be doing 25 to life for that hairline. That would not be cool. But I don't think, what can you do to a pimp on the street? If a pimp isn't pimping in the act of pimping.
What is the act of pimping anyway?
You run a group of girls and you give them a cut of all their money in exchange. You're kind of a management.
So maybe,
entity.
but the act of, like, I know what a pimp is, but like, how do you catch a pimp in the act? I guess you catch him scheduling.
You're gonna catch him smacking hoes. You're gonna catch him handling transactions. You know, he's gonna be providing the housing required to run the enterprise. You're gonna see him divvying up money to his hoes. Actually, he would divvy down to his bottom bitch, who would then divvy out to the hoes. That's how
it would be a good idea for a new TV. When Breaking Bad is over, I want them to come up with a second one where a guy turns to a life of pimping.
Right? Called Pimpin' Ain't Easy.
Pimpin'
Done.
Ain't Easy, right?
Done. I'll have a soft script by morning.
Dude,
go.
It's got to be an HBO series because I'm looking for some boobies in this thing, right? I want like Games of Thrones level sexuality in it, and put it on every week and just breaking pimping.
Who's your pimp of choice, Woody? in that HBO series? Who are you getting to play your pimp?
I don't know. So let me think about this out. Well, Ben Affleck is the first guy that pops into my head. I think he'd make an outstanding pimp. But the Breaking Bad model is so successful and it sounds so good. Like maybe it'd be cool to get, Al Bundy to be the pimp. And then, just have him turn into like a regular guy come like sex demon dealer.
I want Mel Gibson or Charlie Sheen. I want somebody who's already fucked up.
But the Malcolm in the Middle dad, I think it adds to the whole thing, right? Like the fact that it was the Malcolm in the Middle dad who turned into the Breaking Bad guy, the total transformation really happened. But if you're Charlie Sheen already, then, like, dude, why is he stopping at pimping? Why isn't he selling drugs?
What about the other guy from 2.5 Men? Because if we're talking about
that little nerdy guy, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I could see that would be cool if it was a guy who was also kind of small, like small in stature. Like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like a Harold Ramis style actor, the goofy guy from Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If he turned to a life of pimping.
Tim Allen?
Oh yeah, Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
That is the logical next step. Yes.
But wait, he was a real life drug dealer, right? They could have got him for Breaking Bad.
Shit!
Damn it! All right.
Turns out Tim Allen was a badass. My mistake.
Yeah.
What about Jeff Foxworthy?
No.
I don't think I could do the cool kind of thing.
How hilarious would that be if Jeff Foxworthy returned to a life of crime?
I don't even want to see that show. Jeff Foxworthy is such a turnoff for me. Him and the cable guy, to me, are just, time's up, baby. Look, I'm such a hater. I don't mean to be a hater. But
you're like Wings and Leonardo DiCaprio when he was 16.
Oh, my God, yeah.
How about this? Cable guy and Jeff Foxworthy, I hope you're tremendously successful. It's just not going to be happening on my TV. Knock yourself out. Good luck. Oh, wait. Morgan Freeman is the pimp?
No, I've seen Morgan Freeman kind of go gangster before in movies. He'd be good at it.
Wait.
Morgan Freeman probably is a real life pimp.
Who's that one actor with the lazy eye? He's black. He's kind of heavy.
Yeah. D.B. Sweeney?
Well, I shall Google D.B. Sweeney.
Let's see.
D.B. Sweeney is a handsome white guy.
That's not him.
Not a black guy with a lazy eye.
He was in The Last King of Scotland.
All right, I Googled black actor lazy eye, and sure enough, Forrest Whitaker came up immediately.
There you go.
That's the guy.
Whitaker. Okay.
That's what I meant. Whoops.
Yeah. Google is a superpower, man. Mm-hmm. I remember I got my iPhone. I got the iPhone 3, so it was the second one. I didn't have the Edge one, but I got the first 3G iPhone, and that was before they were as popular as they are now. And I honestly felt like a superhero. Like I had the entire internet in my pocket, and that's how I would describe it. Like I have the internet in my pocket. And I would argue with, you guys remember Dan from PKA? I think, Kyle, you probably do. He got divorced, and Dan has a tendency to like spout facts and stuff with full confidence that sound like total bullshit. Like, this really needs some confirmation. And when I suddenly had Google in my pocket in the form of an iPhone, he got like 1/10 as smart as he used to be. He wouldn't even try it anymore. Like the random bullshit he heard in the past, like, Lincoln was actually Democrat. It's like, well, how do I prove him wrong? Now I can. It's right there in my pocket.
Wait, wasn't Lincoln actually a Democrat?
No, Lincoln was a Republican.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry, that's the thing.
We need Wings here to make a stupid joke right now. I want to make it for him, but I am not filling the role of Wings tonight.
I'll tell you what. The absence of Wings has really made me appreciate his contribution to the show.
I think so.
Right?
Because if there's ever even a slight awkward pause, Wings will fill it with something.
Yes. And it's often something that we all laugh at. Like, if there's any, he's like, oh, let me tell you, I happen to be an expert on this topic. Wings was a Democrat as a child, and then he switched over. Like, he'll just fill it with something, and it's always like, whoa, wait a minute here.
No, that's not true at all.
Wings turns out to be an integral part of this thing. You can't do it without him.
He's like the glue that holds it all together.
Yeah, he's a comics genius. He's underappreciated.
Ahead of his time.
He's crazy glue.
There's still people in the comments asking for the Scuff controller.
Yeah, we already gave that to that other guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't have that.
I'm going to check my thing, see if he direct messaged me.
Sir,
he didn't.
Through a time machine?
The guy didn't send me a direct message.
Well, that's no good.
When's your cutoff?
I don't know. I'm going to tweet him.
I mean, Wings did say he wanted one of those.
You just can't give this damn thing away, can you? You're trying so hard.
Yeah. And I'm telling there's like tens of thousands of people begging for these things. They really are cool. It's what I use personally. This one's mine. Mm-hmm. But my winners are just ineligible or something. But I tweeted him. He'll work it out.
I like that the guy thought you were a pedophile.
Yes. I thought that was good too.
He just could not understand this relationship that his son had with a grown man on the internet.
Well, when you say it like that, he's making a lot of sense, right? The guy might be onto something.
Yeah, it started making sense as I said it, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Because from his perspective, it's who is this? He's like, he's an older
Man.
guy. How'd you know him? Or how'd you meet him? Oh, the internet, YouTube.
He's from the internet.
And
he brings with him many toys.
He wants our address.
He teaches me about masturbation and little girls. Mm-hmm. Wait a goddamn minute! Who is this Woody? What's a gamer tag?
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
So Lefty, on the YouTube drama thing, have you had any fallout? Have you had anybody like fussing at you
over? There have been a few people. I mean, obviously there's the contingent of people that any time any kind of drama starts up, they're the quickest and loudest to say, I don't want any kind of part of this drama. You know what I mean? Those people that really make a habit of, I don't know, pounding their chest about not being involved in drama. And so there's been a lot of that, but mostly the negativity, a lot of the negativity that I've received, which there has been some. I mean, the initial reaction was great. Everybody was like, oh my God, it was a great video, et cetera, et cetera. And then as that kind of died down, then the volume of the negative response kind of became louder. But a lot of the response was just like I mentioned earlier. It's a lot of people that just seem to not want to understand the video for whatever reason. Maybe they really like iFly or whatever, which is fine. But
did you catch the Reddit thread on it?
No, I didn't.
A lot of the conversation was about your use of vocabulary. Like there were a ton of people who were like, he used so many big words. He's like a faker. You know, does he always talk like that? And like to me, I thought the commentary part of it was like poetry. You know, take away all the, you know, like change the whole video to be something about how you really, really hate the lightning strike kill streak. Like I don't care, right? Make it something else. But the delivery and the style and the script and the pause and the meter and the pace of it was almost the kind of effort you'd put into a music.
Yeah, I did go through a couple iterations of the recording just because it didn't feel like it punched. It didn't feel like I got to where I wanted to be, either fast enough or too slow or something like that. And I appreciate the very kind words. Thank you.
Yeah, you did a good job on that. It was really well done.
Yeah.
But there was some of that. There was some of the vocabulary. He fakes like fake vocabulary. Have we gotten to that point now? Really?
Liar,
Fake
cheat, and thief.
vocabulary?
He uses a thesaurus during his commentary.
So, all right,
I
let me
actually kind of talk like that sometimes.
ask you this. So, at what point do you think it's time to start uploading some other games, like some other something else other than Call of Duty?
Yeah, how long you
Mixing
gonna
it
let
in?
this? Oh. That was not necessarily for Lefty. It was for the panel.
No, yeah, that's for you. Yeah, both of you.
I'm gonna start doing it soon. I'm gonna include a little bit of Battlefield 3 on my channel. I'm playing it now, and I'm playing poorly enough that I don't want to use any current footage. But I'm gonna put some Battlefield 3 on my channel, and I think this year I'm going to be more active with a broader variety of games than I've been in previous years. You know, I hope to still have enough COD to please my Call of Duty fans, but you know, I'm gonna stretch it to beyond just COD this time.
Yeah,
I
I think it's all about when you decide that you don't want to be tied to that game anymore. When you want to be able to do whatever it is that you do. If you like, because I'd always been a PC gamer.
Wings of Redemption. The man is here.
The
Wings,
prodigal member returns.
we missed you so much.
What happened?
Well, first of all, there was Truck Talk.
That was and you missed it.
There was truck talk.
It was real truck talk. It was pretty serious.
God damn it! Fuck you, Dossers. You're making me miss truck talk.
And then I needed somebody to make a racist joke, and you weren't here, and it was such an easy one. It was just a home run. And
I'm not a racist, though, Kyle. Why you paint that picture?
No, he's
I
a
know
sexist.
you're not.
Did you not hear
but
the
you'd be
song?
willing to say the joke.
Oh,
I just heard you sing a rap song about some horrible, horrible things about women, so I figured you could slip in this little joke.
Yeah, and I
weren't
swear,
here.
like the pace of the show, we missed you filling in all the the little opinions here and there.
Well, did y'all talk about the new Chevrolet truck?
I haven't seen it yet. What's the general reception to it?
GM-trucks.com. Look at it right now.
Well, God.
I'm going to go look at it too, even though I'm not a truck.
Crash 'em!
Yeah, I doubt you could crash, and they're a pretty big site.
Oh, boy. You laid it down, huh? I need to get
Yeah, you
the
bet.
images before you throw the challenge out there.
I don't get it. It's a truck.
Oh,
I
like
It's a
the
very
interior.
poorly designed truck.
Wait, you don't like this?
I hate that truck, dude.
All right, I'm going to put it in front of us. This is the interior. Oh, the site's not responding, you son of a bitch. God damn it.
Let's see, 2014 GMC Sierra.
I like the front grille.
design. The front grill is one of the things that turned me off of it.
Well, that's because your taste is wrong.
Can somebody put it in the chat?
You can put 2014 GMC Sierra or whatever, and it'll pop up in images on Google, which you motherfuckers can't crash.
Dude, the in-system navigation, like an OnStar with a real screen like that is going to be awesome.
You don't think it's too blocky?
Are we talking about the exterior?
Talking about the interior.
Oh, I like it.
I'm
Oh, that's
with you.
badass.
What do you like? What do you like about it, Kyle?
I like how beefy the fenders are, and I like that it looks kind of boxy. It kind of looks like the 250 the 250s a little bit.
I want this,
I
actually.
like the headlights a lot too. The headlights look good. Those wheels on that thing look awesome. I like the whole thing.
Hey, maybe I'm just a fucking hater.
Wait, 2013 GMC Sierra or 2014?
2014.
2014, sorry.
See, because I'm looking at it like this. See they recycled the center console. They pretty much made this sad excuse for an attempt to radio right in the middle. I mean, it looks like a disco party. They copied the Ford Dash 100%.
Wait, this looks like a disco party to you?
GMC liars, thieves, cheaters.
I mean, seriously, the entire gauge cluster is copied straight off the F-150. They have the brake control moved up to the left.
I like the gauge cluster. I wish I could get the site to respond better.
Well, the gauge cluster, I'm just saying, they ripped it straight out the F-150. The vents are really oddly placed throughout the entire cab of the truck. You got one right to the left of the steering wheel. You got one to the right of the audio system, which is normal. And you got one to the far, far right, almost next to the passenger door toward the lock. There's no built-in tweeters from what I see. There's no door handles on the front that actually help you get into the truck itself.
Wait, you think it doesn't have door handles?
No, like actual like handles that help you pull yourself into the vehicle.
Oh, I see. Like by the
with the
A
handles on
pillar.
the-
A-pillar, yeah. They did away with the dual glove boxes.
But no, they have dual glove boxes.
Those are dual glove. I'm probably got a bad picture here. I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I like how they integrated the USB and they've integrated auxiliary right into the center console, but that console itself does not look sturdy. It actually, like I'm looking at the high-end edition. I guess it'd be a SLT GMC right now, and the console runs clear to the back of the firewall, but it's the same problem that ran into with like the Tahoe. Like if you bump it, it almost feels it'll probably feel plasticky and unsecure.
Dude, this truck looks awesome to me. And as lame as it sounds, actually, Dan, you remember Dan from PKA? His Volkswagen had a blue and red like interior color scheme, and I always envied it. I always thought it was the coolest looking thing. And that's what they have now, too. I always felt like green was sort of this outdated American thing. And now they don't have green anymore. Now it's more current.
I'm just pointing out what I say I don't like about the truck's obviously bigger than the previous truck. So why did they did away with the A-pillar? I don't know what you call cheater bars.
I don't think
what do they call it? Oh shit handles.
Yeah,
is that what they call them?
You use those to help get in.
Yeah, like my Ford did away with the one on the driver's side, and I'm like, why the fuck did you do that? But other than that,
I don't know.
I mean, it looks like a pretty solid truck. I can't say I'm thinking it's going to be just like this year body style. That current one, I didn't like them either when they first came out, but as I see more and more of them, I got to like them a little bit more. But here's what's going to bother me the most, and this is the factor in. They're basically running the same engine line again. They have an all-new V6 put into it. They have a 5.3 liter, which the 5.3 normally is a single overhead cam pushrod engine. Now they're going dual overhead cam with direct injection in it, but it's still a V8.
I mean, what I was reading was that the V8 was supposed to have better fuel economy than that V6 EcoBoost.
It doesn't.
You say it doesn't? But wait, it hasn't been rated yet, right?
It doesn't matter if it's been rated yet or not.
That's how you tell.
Well, I guess you could tell that way, but I can tell you right now, it's not.
What other way is there?
It's not gonna meet it. The active fuel management on GM vehicles are a joke. I don't know if you've ever had an active fuel management vehicle. It only comes on like flat highways. I mean, like you got to be perfectly level.
That sounds like everywhere here.
Yeah, and even then, it doesn't really help you out that much. Like I have a Tahoe that has active fuel management in it, and it gets worse gas mileage than my Silverado, which doesn't have active fuel management in it. But they've only added 10 horsepower. It's rated at 325 horsepower, which is the standard V8, which is going to be the 5.3, which most people are going to have in their Silverado or GMC.
But how's that compared to yours?
Horsepower. Mine's at 365.
Oh, and it's at, what did you say, 325?
At 325, yeah. And it's going to be putting out 365 pounds of torque, where mine puts out 420 pounds of torque. Mine gets 18 miles to the city. I think it's going to get somewhere around that ballpark. It's going to get somewhere between 16 to 18. I think it's going to match the EcoBoost in miles per gallon. But just going dual overhead cam and direct injection, hell, my engine's a V6 with dual overhead cam and direct injection, and it's barely getting those numbers. I mean, I guess if you really, really like fucking puppy dogged it, like you put like a 3.08 rear end in it, you babied the thing the entire time, you might get 22 miles per gallon in this truck.
Where'd you get the horsepower numbers? Because that's the disappointing part to me. Is that real or is that a Wings?
Those are real numbers. It's actually on the, I found it on the ABC site. ABC did a story on it today.
Okay. Huh.
The ABC News. The four one's like 262. That's the V6. The V8's 325, and the new 6.2 liter, which is a dual overhead cam, is rated at 376.
You know what I like? That's a really cool feature. On the Dodges, they have like little trunks on the side of the bed. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't like that because it takes a lot of your bed up. It makes the actual walls of your bed larger.
You know what takes a lot of bed up? A toolbox takes a lot of bed up. Like that's what you'd have instead. If it could not have a toolbox, and if it takes up the portion of the bed that's above
It's not.
the wheel wells,
It's not big enough. It's not a big enough. Have you ever seen one in real life, Woody?
No, just pictures.
It's almost like a drop-in type of thing. It's not really big enough to take the place of a toolbox. Like you couldn't put a substantial tool in it.
I saw 2 rifles with scopes on them.
Yeah, that's because that's what fits it perfectly for like a hunter. But like if you had to put like a skill saw in it, you couldn't do it.
Really?
It's not. You couldn't do it at all because it's not wide enough. It's like a drop-in thing.
I'd need to see one in real life because it looked like, heck, 2 rifles fit in there. Then put a bunch of tools in a cloth tool bag and it'll fit in. Squish it in.
You know what always bothers me? I'm being a little biased. I remember when GM had a marketing campaign calling the Ford's bed step a sissy step. They integrated one onto this truck on the tailgate. I don't know if you see that in the pictures, but on the tailgate there's an actual step that you can step up into the bed.
Yeah, I saw it. I
remember those commercials.
Really?
Yeah,
they had Howie Long over like, we call that the sissy step.
Yeah, he was making fun of a guy.
Yeah.
I've always used the tire to get in. I step on that and climb in over the side.
I broke my arm doing that. But
really?
Another cool feature about this truck is they're doing away with the extended cab like opening with the front door opening. They're actually going to have 4 door handles even on the extended cab version of the truck like Dodge does.
That might be the one I want. I like having an 8-foot bed. I don't have one, but I would like to have an 8-foot bed.
You want a work truck.
I need real back seats, but I don't want to drive a freaking limousine everywhere. And those are all conflicting things, unless I get like an Avalanche, which
you can't get an 8. I don't think you can get an 8-foot bed with the extended cab. You can't in this year model.
Oh,
you can get a 6.5, and if you open the back up, you get 8.
You can. There are trucks out there that have it, right? Certainly the 250s will probably have it.
Like a lower down the trim line would, and in the 2500 most likely would as well.
Yeah, but so anyway, when I see trucks that have everything I want in them, I'm like, man, that looks like a bear to drive around in a Target parking lot.
Yeah, an 8-foot bed with a crew cab.
Yeah.
Good luck turning around.
I know, right? Yeah, you'll never be able to turn around. You'll never be able to park. And like when I first, so I have a Toyota Tacoma now, which to you guys who drive full-size trucks probably don't think that's a very big car. But I came from a Focus. And
I could whip that Tacoma around in a parking lot, baby.
So in the Focus, you can really whip that thing around. Like when you pull into, like let's say you wanted to pull into a parking spot at Target or Walmart or whatever. You would drive in the right-hand lane. And when you notice the spot, you just turn the wheel and turn in. With the truck, I almost want to drive in oncoming traffic so that I can have that wider turn into the parking lot. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you can't just turn from the right-hand lane to a right-hand spot. You got to either cross the street or, swing out wide and such. With that truck we're describing now, like, you just don't even park next to the other cars, right? Just
you park in the back of Walmart.
Yeah, you park in the back where the tractor trailers are.
I do that anyway because I can't stand door dings.
Yeah. If I were to get a door ding, imagine the hardship that would cause.
Just imagine if you actually go get one of these new trucks and you were worried about them door dings.
I'm not sure. Like, I have so there's
you have a philosophy, but that philosophy's on like what, a $26,000 truck?
It was 21 when it was new. I think of it as more of a $5,000 truck now.
Yeah, like the truck that you want is going to cost you somewhere around the ballpark of 48 to 60.
Really? Because I thought it was going to cost 41.
Well, if you want on 2,500 with all these options, you're going to pay about 60.
Okay. Yeah, I might be able to. Like, I used to want a 2,500 because back in the day, if you were going to tow another car, that's really the one that you want. But the quote-unquote car, my buggy, even with the trailer, it only weighs like 4,500 or 5,000
You could get away with a 6.2 liter in a half ton if you just towed
right. Half tons now are rated to tow like 10,000 pounds and better.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of room to give if you're towing something that weighs under 5. Like I just might not need a.
Well, you could probably do that with the 5.3. I could probably do. It wouldn't be fun, but you could do it.
It's not fun in the Tacoma.
The Tacoma would be like the very limits of a truck pulling. It'd probably act the same way. Actually, the 5.3 would probably do it a lot better.
Yeah, I think the Tacoma is going to be bottom of the line there. So, anything I get in a full-size truck is going to be an upgrade. And I think for something, semi-light, like I'm pulling, all the half tons would be fine.
They do. What is new for this year, Woody, is you can get a 6.5 foot bed on the crew cab. You used to only could get to 5.5 foot.
That, I don't know. I'd have to drive them. I'm probably going to go to the dealership and look at one of these things. And hopefully
They're
I
not
don't
out
catch.
yet.
I meant when they come out. But I know you get truck fever. You go to the dealership, and then you come home with a different truck.
No, I've bought 3 cars in my entire life.
I've only bought 2 trucks. I've only been buying a truck a year.
We've explained this. This is like, how many microphones do you have?
I like it.
Kyle has a $20,000 shotgun.
I mean, the fact is, I bought the white truck because I wanted the truck to try to save myself the hardship of the truck I have now. Because what I wanted is what I bought now, and I did it wrong. I did it the most expensive way. Instead of buying what I wanted, I tried to settle.
That doesn't work.
I mean, I'm not going to have truck fever. Hell, I mean, I bought a brand new truck. The depreciation on that truck's probably like $32,000 right now. It'd probably insult me if I went to try to trade it in. And not to mention, I'm not too crazy over these. And I also see them adding like an EcoBoost type engine somewhere down the line 2 or 3 years from now. I see that happening. Because the 5.3 liter can't stand another 6 years, even with dual overhead cam.
Yeah, you probably
It just can't do it. You can't withstand the truck market with that 5.3 liter for another 6 years. I say 2 years, they're putting new engines in this truck.
I think we need one more topic before we wrap up the show. I don't think we can end with 12 more minutes of truck talk.
Truck talk!
I can truck talk all day. Did you see how they did the doors? I liked how they did the doors. Instead of the door like fitting against like the weather stripping now, the door actually fits into the inlay of the cab itself.
Wings, I will truck talk you until you wear out after the podcast.
Truck talk!
Truck talk!
Dude, trucks are one of my passions. I mean, seriously, I like trucks better than I like video games.
Really? What are your other passions?
Trucks.
Trucks and video games?
And more trucks?
Like I'm so excited about trucks. I want to go with Woody to buy his truck when he gets to that point, just so I could be there and be happy for him.
That might be fun.
Just to ride in the back seat, be like, "Ooh, new truck, new truck, new truck." Oh,
I think that would be a funny video to watch. Just Wings all giddy.
I do get giddy. I like rub my hands I get like the crack shakes.
You're like, oh,
Be like,
there's trucks.
He gets truck fever so bad.
I've been known to eat a peanut butter and crack sandwich.
All right, Lefty, what are your passions aside from video games?
Trucks?
Liar!
No. I like reading. I do like reading a lot.
That explains why you've got that all faggoty vocabulary.
Yeah, the fake faggoty vocabulary.
Fake faggoty vocabulary. Yeah, you sound all educated and shit.
Yeah, stupid reading books.
Yeah, fuck them books. More Call of Duty.
No, I really dig reading. I think it's a lot of fun. It's fiction and nonfiction. I'm
So what do you
down to
read?
about stuff?
50 Shades of Grey, graphic novels.
Oh yeah, he loves that Daniel Steele.
You know those literary porn novels that they sell at like supermarkets and stuff?
Dude.
Like at checkout?
My wife reads those constantly.
Like, you get pussy all day, aren't you?
Yeah, like it's like you open up to a random page and there they are. And some of the words they use, like I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we'll do a round table. Maybe this is something that everyone knows but me. What does buggery mean?
That's anal sex.
It is anal sex, yes. Did everyone
I
know
had
that?
no clue. I had no clue.
I knew it was associated with sex. I didn't know it depicted a specific kind of
Oh,
sex.
yeah.
I wasn't
To be
aware.
buggered is definitely to be taken in the rear. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't have tons and tons of examples, but yes, Jackie's library of books is just all naughty. And it's like, you don't even realize it. Like, it's a really popular thing. Tons of these women are reading literary porn. right? It's just porn without pictures. It's just, my wife will grade them based on how many dirty parts there were. She'll be like, this one was so boring. Like, there's like 2 sex scenes per 100 pages. This book sucks.
I want to say this. I used to buy those books for Shalene just so I could get the pussy on the reg, get that sniz on the reg.
Fire it up. Yeah.
They're like, hey, baby, I went to the store and I picked up a bottle of milk and I also got you this new novel.
Oh, God.
Drop 50 Shades of Grey in her lap, come back in 45 minutes, and she's all warmed up for you.
Yeah, it's like cranking your truck up before the day. You got to do it. It's like a diesel engine. You just got to kickstart it.
Oh, no. No, if you guys can find a female Wings of Redemption fan, I will fucking crown you the king of Narnia.
I know a few of them.
He knows 2 of them. There you go.
I said a few.
Oh, a few of them. Oh, my mistake. But yeah, dude, these like... and 50 Shades of Grey, I haven't read that. My wife read it. I have to ask her what's in it. But it's like a big bondage book, right?
Is it?
I honestly don't know.
I think it's a sadomasochism bondage type sex book. And I totally want to just like, sit next to the bus and be like, you're into S&M too? Dude, you want to... I also love, graphical or, literary porn books about sadomasochism. I can't pronounce
Masochism.
Sadomasochism and bondage. You and I would be great together. It's conversation starter, baby.
See, I couldn't do that because I do a lot of my reading on the toilet, and so.
Oh yeah, my
as
legs
any
fell
guy,
asleep today.
you can't. I can't be popping chubs when I'm trying to do my business. So I can't. I have to leave the literary porn to the women and Woodies of the world, I guess. That are into
So Lefty is not a fan of literotica.com.
Nope. Been there, not a fan.
So what kind of books do you read?
I read man porn, Tom Clancy books. I'm a big fan of Tom Clancy's writing.
That's a little bit of Jack Ryan when he's on the toilet taking a deuce.
Jack Ryan novels. Screw that Net
You
Force
see, this is
op-center
where
crap.
this is how we know he's lying, because I bet Tom Clancy pops chubs for.
Jack Ryan chokes a Russian out. Lefty's over there choking a chicken out.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh man, they're talking about like tank divisions. I'm just, oh man, don't get me started.
Fuck yeah, 120 millimeters, bitch.
Oh god, a battalion of Army Rangers.
What the fuck is going on right now? Like, I looked away for 1 second to read a paragraph, and then when I looked up, you guys were like having a circle jerk or something about Tom Clancy. What the fuck just happened?
Too bad his video games do not equal the success of his books.
Rainbow Six on the N64 was awesome though. I remember
Rainbow Six was awesome. I remember when Rainbow Six first came out, I was like, I have to play this. But I had 56K downloads, so when I played multiplayer, I'd get naded before I get spawned in.
What are your passions, Woody?
So I kind of go through cycles. And the way that I'm wired, I get like really passionately into stuff. I was really, really into woodworking. And now I'm like, man, I should do more of that. I was really, really into off-roading. I spent all my waking hours about off-roading. And there's a lot to it, because I do fabrication. I'd learn metallurgy. I'd learn driving techniques. I'd follow the pros. And, I did that for a long time. Then I got really into video games. And lately I've kind of been into, I don't want to say filmmaking because it almost sounds like, I'm more successful than I am. Like I have this notion that a filmmaker is someone who makes, like Freddie W is a filmmaker.
Okay.
But I read about it constantly, like the mic talk and stuff. That's an offshoot of the fact that, audio is half the movie. The camera stuff, the research I do there, like what I've learned about codecs and rendering settings and stuff like that. Like I guess the technical side of filmmaking has been a passion for me lately, which kind of dovetails nicely with the YouTube stuff.
All right, here's a proposal. I'll use my extensive movie knowledge. Woody uses his extensive camera knowledge, and we both co-direct movie.
Now all we need is a movie and actors.
Well, we can get actors.
I have the mics.
We can.
No, we don't got to do co-direct. What we need is investors. Investors is what we need in this puzzle. Everything else can fall into line as soon as somebody's willing to cough some money up.
Give us some money to do things.
I feel like I know, but Kyle, what are you into aside from
I like
video
movies. I like movies. That's my favorite thing. Like if I've got, I think this film
would
in
you,
general.
all right, Kyle. Blowjob or movie? Which would you pick?
All right. Well, I mean, the
That's a good
blowjob.
question, actually. And I think it has to do with how recently I've had a blowjob.
Well, why can't I just get the blowjob and watch the movie after, or vice versa, or at the same
Because
time?
this isn't a perfect world. This is an island where you get a blowjob
Yeah.
or a movie.
Oh, okay.
You've got an hour and a half to burn. What are you going to do?
Is it any movie I want?
Any movie you want at any time given. It can even be movies that you wish would happen that hasn't happened.
Oh, I'm taking that. I'm taking that.
Well,
So
what movie
Kyle
do you
would
wish
rather have a
happened?
movie than a
I know what
Well,
movie I
make
want.
I can make up a fantasy porno. Apparently, I've got like some sort of Olsen twin porno. Like, yeah, I'll take that.
Here's what I want to see.
Kyle's
Then I'm
ever got Uncle Jesse fucking the Olsen twins?
No, God damn it! That just went 3 steps in the wrong direction.
All right.
How is that?
Yeah, we're talking about now. We're talking about now. Uncle Jesse's like 50s, Olsen twins like 20s.
No, all right. First of all,
Uh-uh.
notice how cool the show got after Wings returned and his ridiculousness. But second, I want to see The Incredibles 2. I don't know why that movie hasn't been created, but it needs to be made.
The same reason they haven't made Final Fantasy Tactics 2.
Oh my God!
Because they're racist.
What the fuck is? What is that?
You never played Final Fantasy Tactics?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's because you're racist.
Now you've nailed it. Movies,
I
huh?
don't-
Final Fantasy
Dude.
Tactics was a PlayStation 1 video game, which was an offshoot of Final Fantasy 7, which came out around the same time. It wasn't as popular, but it was the tactics-based layout versus the standard, party layout that Final Fantasy usually runs with. And they needed to sequel that motherfucker for the last 12 years. They've made offshoots like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, but they never gave a real sequel to it.
All right, guys.
And they need to bring Contra back, fuckers.
Are we going to PAX East?
I might be able to.
Here, I'm torn, right? Like, on one hand, like, I always go to PAX East. I've gone for the last couple of years in a row, and it's usually a good time, but not usually the PAX part itself. The more
I
time
wouldn't be doing none of that bullshit.
What's that?
I wouldn't be doing none of that bullshit.
Yeah, the fun I have
I'd
at
skip
PAX.
the bullshit and go right to the fun.
Yeah, like last time I hung out with Kyle and Joe pretty much the whole time, and we went to like good restaurants and we stayed up too late, and like that was cool. Like I like that. I almost feel like there were no hookers involved.
No, it was just staying up too late. That was it.
How about this? Instead of fucking around with PAX East, why don't we set up like a subscriber meet somewhere?
Dude, we could do a subscriber meet, but it should be someplace cool. Like, hey, you know what? Key West subscriber meet. Let's go.
Like
Hookers.
we could do it right where the hookers are at.
All right. Atlantic City subscriber meetup. Here we go.
There will
Is that in driving distance?
Or we could go to Vegas.
Vegas is a little big of a plane ride. I'm trying to stay away from plane rides if possible.
The thing is, you live in South Carolina.
Yeah, I do live
Atlantic-
in South Carolina.
Atlantic City, New Jersey, only
Yeah, it's
12 hours
I
away.
know.
I could drive 12 hours. I was close. I was ready to drive to Kyle's house at one time. We were supposed to meet up there.
That is closer than Atlantic City.
It's much closer.
Little
That's
bit.
like 4 hours less.
I know. I got to your house in like 6 hours top. 5 hours.
I drive like an old man, dude.
All right. Well,
The shit says 8 hours. I'm most likely gonna take 8.5.
Really? 'Cause
Yeah.
If it says 8, I count on it being 7.
I have this fear of dealing with the law enforcement, so I just drive.
That's because you do it wrong. That's because you're like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you, copper?
What the fuck, pig? Why are you pulling me over? I got shit to do. Hurry up and get my fucking
Wings is
ticket wrote
arrested.
out.
Dude, the last time I got pulled over by a cop, I knew what it was going to be for. It was going to be for an expired registration. And, he pulled me over, and I was polite, and I was kind, but I didn't care. It was like, you know what? Like, I know what's going to happen here. I'm going to get a small fine.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just fast forward? Like this small fine is like I'm not Scrooge McWoody or anything, but
It's not the money part. Like
it is. That's all it is. It's just okay, he caught me. I was late on the registration. It's gonna cost me whatever, couple dozen dollars. Let's just roll on.
I don't know if you guys have these things. I'm not going to show mine, but I've never got. I'm not going to show the front of it.
I'm not going to be showing you this thing right
This is just the back of it. You can call Progressive all the fuck you want. They got their number posted.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to let you guys know what I have here. Carry on.
But I've had this thing expired for like 2 months now. And I'm just too lazy to print another one out.
Oh, it's your insurance card?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
don't even worry about that. It doesn't matter if it's expired.
The police don't care. In New Jersey, they did. In New Jersey, if you had an expired insurance card, it was this really big deal. Now,
it's like, I got insurance, dude. Look at the fucking truck.
The last 2 times I've been pulled over, they didn't even ask for insurance at all. They just asked my driver's license.
Which is odd in South Carolina. We actually have this thing that you can pay like $400 or $500 and be an uninsured driver.
Really?
But we have to give insurance when we get pulled over.
That's interesting. So you can pay money and be an uninsured driver.
Yeah, but it's
So
stupid.
that's
It's
pretty
like
much
the same
buying insurance.
Yeah, it is.
It's retarded.
And this isn't a Wings made up shit. You can look it up. Facts about driving uninsured, South Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles. I'm not going to read this out to you, but you can look that up.
All right.
Okay.
Look it up, motherfuckers.
I don't want
It's
to.
hard.
I'm talking about the viewers.
All right.
You guys
I lost
are
it.
cool motherfuckers.
We're an exclusive group of people who fuck mothers.
Yes. Wings thinks we're cool.
Yeah, I fuck all kinds of mothers, just not my own.
God.
I just do the one.
Yeah, Lefty will beat a motherfucker up with another motherfucker. I don't know. I'm just going corny here.
Do you guys watch Epic Rap Battles of History?
I do. They don't come out on a schedule, so
No, they don't.
I
but
may have missed them.
Recently, they've been putting out a lot of them. Like they've probably put out like one a week or so for the last 6 weeks, I'd say maybe.
Okay.
And the last one was Moses versus Santa Claus, and Moses was portrayed by Snoop Dogg.
That series, like what they have going on there, is so successful. Like every video, now I can't speak for the last 6 weeks, but they routinely get 25 to 50 million views. Mm-hmm. If you break 1 million, you've done well. And if you break like 5, then you've entered rare air, right? That doesn't happen all the time. To break 25 and 50, that is outrageous. And they do it on the regular. It is something.
The political one was probably their best one they've ever done. It was Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama. And then at the end, Abraham Lincoln jumped in the middle.
I saw that one. And I don't know if it was their most successful, but it wasn't my favorite of theirs.
That's my favorite.
Oh, Steve Jobs versus Bill Gates was really, really good.
Yep, that's my friend's favorite.
I'm trying to remember some of the other ones I liked, but they do some great stuff. And I watch them, and I'm like, well, why aren't I doing videos as amazing as Epic Rap Battles of History? I think I can write lyrics that, on par with that, if I put some time into it. But the rest of what they do is just awesome. And I don't have any kind of, the rapping talent. And I guess they get actors, and it's cool. They do a great, great job.
It's mostly Nice Peter and L.A. and Epic Lloyd, but occasionally they've got, like I've seen DeStorm did one. He was Mr. T,
Mm-hmm.
and a few other people have jumped in there.
Yeah, I want to say that I've seen a lot of different people do them, unless the makeup's just that good.
Timothy Dalaghetto did one.
Yeah.
He was Kim Jong-il.
Yeah. Their videos are just blockbusters. I like Freddie W. videos, too.
Yep.
I like Freddie W. So I know him. He's a really nice guy. But forgetting about the fact that I've talked to him and stuff, I think that his channel would be less successful if he looked more like Brad Pitt. Like, there's something charming about Freddie W. being Freddie W. that wouldn't be there if he was whatever. Matthew McConaughey, is he another heartthrob?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't
Horrible
know.
actor, but yeah.
You don't approve of his acting?
Yeah, no. He just it's him playing Matthew McConaughey. He's just
Every time.
I don't know. I'm Matthew McConaughey. I just and it's like, okay, bro, thanks. No, but I like. So Freddie W. is a nice guy though, because he's one of those guys that he just looks like he's a nice guy.
He is. Yeah, I don't know. He's really nice. Every interaction with him is positive. It doesn't matter who you are. He's just like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right. So you guys want to call it a wrap?
Sure.
All right. Painkiller Already 116. I hope you guys like the show.
Truck talk.
All right. It's going to take me like a minute to turn off.
Pimp
The
talk.
Yes, it's that awkward part of the show where no one really knows what to say. We can't exactly speak freely, but we don't really